This is race 2 of round 7. Only one more round after this. We will go through the points next week just before the beginning of the race, but I'm pretty much sure that Fitzy and Bowman have got it sewn up at the top. However, as I say, we'll go through the points next week. So this is race 2 of 3. You can see it is a bit later on in the morning. We have got lovely sunshine. It is dry, so hopefully we are in some fantastic racing. We'll go down the grid order. It is as they finished in the previous race, if you watched that one. So Fitzy, who won the last race, in pole. We've got Bowman in second, just behind him. Shaggy, who had a fantastic first race, finds himself in third. Brian, he had a good recovery race, leading at one point, came off the track, had to fight his way back and managed to get himself into fourth. Declan, another good race from him in the first round, in fifth. Firepower and Stealth, they both did well, had a good first race, find themselves in 6th and 7th. Campo in 8th. Brown, very unfortunate towards the end of race 1. I think he was about 4th and then had a massive spin just before the bus stop chicane on the last lap, which pushed him down to 9th. And then Graham, unfortunately, did not manage to tame that Supra in race 1. Let's just hope he's had a word with the mechanics. They've made a few tweaks and he can keep it under control for this race. So I'm hoping that Graham does much better in this race. I've got my fingers crossed for you, Graham. So we'll go back up to Fitzy, who's going to get us underway then for this second race at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. And again, apologies if my pronunciation is awful. So Fitzy heading towards Eau Rouge for the first time in race 2. Up the hill, bit of a right, then a left, onto Kemmel Straight. Get your foot down and keep it there. Almost up to the corner. Bowman in second, Shaggy third. Brian already looking to put a challenge in on Shaggy. Shaggy going defensive and looking at the inside of Bowman, but Bowman keeps it there. Shaggy and Brian door to door. Good clean racing from these two guys. Keep it clear. Yes, Shaggy just manages to stay in front. I think Brian may have just backed off a little bit. Doesn't mean to say he's going to give up. Now Brian coming under pressure from Declan. Campo's in there. Stealth in 7th, made his way up. Well, what's happened to Firepower? Let's just go back and have a look at the run through the Rouge. Excuse me. So Firepower's in 6th. He's got his teammate behind him. I think Stealth just got a better run out of there. Campo as well. So Stealth and Campo both took advantage of Firepower. He finds himself down in 8th, and then Brown following Stealth through. Yeah. So Firepower, unfortunately, find himself all the way down in 9th and coming under pressure from Graham as well now. So back up to our leader, just very quickly, Fitzy and Bowman, no change there. Shaggy still in 3rd, Brian in 4th. Everybody still pretty close together. Let's go on board with Brian. You can see we've got Declan behind. Down the hill. Ooh, Brian went a little bit wide there. Just having a little bit of a look at Shaggy, keeping it tight. Very easy to drift wide there. No. Get on the curb. Onto the curb on the left. Leave it late. Then get back onto the curb on the right to make this corner. You don't want to go out to that AstroTurf on the left either, otherwise you find yourself in a whole world of pain there. Declan getting closer and closer to Brian. Is he going to make a move as we head towards the bus stop chicane? No, I think Declan's backed off a bit. Shaggy and Bowman battling it out. It's latest on the brakes. Everybody stays as they are. It is all very, very tight in there. Campo managing to hold on to 6. Stealth coming under pressure from Brown. Brown, I think, has managed to get it done, has he? Not quite. I thought he might have got his nose in front there, but he hasn't. Firepower is challenging Brown. I think Firepower's got in front. He has. Firepower's managed to get himself in front of Brown as they enter Eau Rouge for the second time. Up the hill onto Kemmel Straight. Now it's a drag race between Firepower and Brown. Lamborghini against NSX. Brown's got the inside. Yeah, both gave each other plenty of racing room there. So Firepower now finds himself back down in 9th. Brown moved into 8th. He's going to be looking at the back of Stealth. Then we've got a whole cluster of cars getting involved here. Shaggy dropped to 4th. He's got a penalty as well, which I'm sure is going to allow Declan. Oh, and looks like Brian as well. Looks like Brian's picked up a penalty. So Declan, I'm sure, will have a big smile on his face. He knows that as soon as those two guys hit that penalty zone, they're going to slow right down, and Declan can actually move himself 2 places forward into 3rd. Let's just stick with Declan. All he's got to do is keep it clean. You can see the penalty bar starting to fill up on Shaggy and Brian's car. So Declan, you just need to get a good exit from this corner. Don't worry about Campo behind. Foot to the floor now for Declan. Now, has he got the run on them both? I think he has. He's certainly passed Shaggy, and yeah, he's through into 3rd. As I say, Declan will have a big smile on his face now as we head towards the bus stop. Just Shaggy trying to look on the inside of Brian. Brian coming a bit deep. Oh, it's all happening behind there. Brian getting in front of Shaggy. Let's just have a rundown of the order then, because what we've got there, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars all in this fight for 3rd position, really. As you can see, Campo making a move on Firepower. He's also eyeing Stealth up. So Campo tucking in behind Stealth as they enter Eau Rouge up the hill. Firepower just sitting behind, looking to get a good exit on this one. If you can get in the slipstream, although Campo's going to be in the slipstream of Stealth. He's having a bit of a look, isn't he, up the inside? Is he going to go for it? No. Campo's thought better of it. He's not interested this time round. So as we go back up to our leader, let's have a look. See Fitzy, he has pulled up, opened up quite a gap now. So Fitzy under no pressure whatsoever. I can't see the time gap, unfortunately, but we can see there is a bit of a gap. Bowman sitting very comfortably in 2nd. Don't seem to be collecting penalties like he did in the first race, although it didn't affect his position. You can just about see the gap there back to Declan. So we've got Declan in 3rd, and then we're getting this battle evolving at the back. So we've got Brian in 4th, Shaggy in 5th, we've got Brown in 6th. Brown with a penalty though. I'm not sure Stealth is close enough to take advantage of that penalty, but it will certainly get him a little bit closer to the back of Brown. Let's just stick with Brown as he serves his penalty. So Stealth has got the run. He's getting closer, but not close enough to make a move on him. Campo in 8th, Firepower in 9th. And unfortunately we've got Graham down in 10th again. I don't think Graham likes this track. Or he's got problems with that car. The mechanics have not worked their magic in between races. So I feel your pain, Graham. It's not an easy car to handle, the Supra. So let's just go back up through the order as Campo looks to make a move on Stealth as they go around La Source. We're about halfway through this 15-minute race. Everybody will be on the soft tyres. If there's rain scheduled, you don't have to use the medium tyres, so everybody, I'm sure, will be on the softs. If I notice anything different, we'll point that out. Firepower moving to the inside of Campo. I'm just going to stick with these till we get to the end of Camel Straight into Lacombe's. No, Firepower's backed out, so we'll move up through the order then and see what's going on. Shaggy with a 1 second penalty. Oh no! Let's just see if I can see where he picked that up from. I think it was Uruj as he's come up the hill. Excuse me. Shaggy in 5th, so Declan did get by him, and apologies I missed that one. Oh, Shaggy's just cut the corner completely. That's what that 1 second penalty was for. Takes him up into 3rd. Well, it just shows, cut the corner, and you can gain a couple of spots from that. I'm sure Brian and Declan are not going to be too bothered though. They'll see that he's got the 1 second penalty. They don't necessarily have to battle with him, although they are fighting each other. I know Brian would like to get by Shaggy before we get to the penalty zone, but he doesn't have to do it. There's no point wasting your tyres and fuel trying to get by somebody that's going to be slamming their brakes on very shortly. Now Declan, I just want to go back because Declan was in 5th. He was just behind Brian. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Declan just seemed to slow down and a lot more than I thought he would normally. So Brown taking advantage of that mistake from Declan. Although Declan now suddenly woke up, perhaps he was trying to tune the radio or something and just lost concentration for a second, but he is fighting back now with Brown. He wants that place back. I'm just going to go up to see where Shaggy is going to be serving his penalty as we take turn 16, or approach turn 16, sorry. That'll take us on to Blanchimont where the penalty zone is. So Brian should, or definitely will, take that spot. Now it's just a question of whether Brown can actually get by Shaggy as well. So Shaggy slows right down. He's still in 4th, although I think Brown has got the run on him. He has. So Brown now moved up into 4th. Can Declan take advantage as well? Oh, yes he has. Declan's gone by. No he hasn't, sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up. Too many cars on track. So Shaggy's in 6th. Declan close behind in 7th. Then we've got Firepower, Campo, Graham. Graham's done well actually, he's caught everybody else back up. Maybe he's got it sorted in that Supra. So a quick look at our leader then, Fitzy, way out in front, under no pressure at all. Bowman in 2nd, Brian's got himself into 3rd, and a little bit of breathing space. He's got his teammate behind him in 4th. Then we've got this battle for 5th. Shaggy and Stealth side by side, waving to each other as we come towards the end of the Kemmel Straight into turn 7, 8, 9. Shaggy just keeping his nose in front. The Stealth having a great race though in this second race of 3. Putting Shaggy under pressure. He's not quite close enough, is he, to make a move yet. Let's go on board with Stealth. Well, I think Declan's there somewhere. There he is. Declan just goes to the inside, although he's overshot the corner. So Stealth drops back into 6th, Declan into 7th. That was good driving from Stealth, just kept his cool. I think he knew that Declan was coming in too hot and was going to overshoot that corner. Oh, Declan's got himself on the AstroTurf and it spun him off. Let's have a look. As you can see, he goes too wide, he gets himself on the AstroTurf, spins him off, and it's a kiss with barrier. And unfortunately, you've got to sit there and wait for everybody to go by. In fact, has he stalled? No, he is moving. He's just waiting for Graham to go, so well done to Declan for that. So with 3 minutes to go, let's just have a look at the gap. There is, 3 seconds, 4 second gap, maybe a little bit more from Fitzy to Bowman. Both having very steady races this second race, as you would expect from the pair of them. Brian enjoying this second race in 3rd. You could just see his teammate take that turn 1 in the background. So the 2 Lamborghinis in the top 5. We've got Shaggy in 5th. Everybody's spreading out a little bit now. Stealth in 6th, Firepower in 7th. Let's just have a look, see if we can find anything. Campo in 8th, Graham is now in 9th. After that spill from Declan. Yes, Declan, he came off, didn't he? So Declan was having a great race until he got himself on the AstroTurf. Who's that got a penalty? That's Campo with a penalty. I don't think he's going to make much difference to his position. Everybody very spread out actually. The nearest we've got, I think, is Shaggy trying to catch up to the back of Brown. So as far as action goes, it's all pretty boring. Oh, and Bowman here is still picking up penalties. As I say though, it's not going to affect his position. I think he's too far in front of Brian to actually lose a spot. I'm just looking if we can see in the distance, but the cameraman keeps moving before we get a chance to have a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow Fitzy down Blanchimont towards the bus stop chicane. Let's just have a look at the time. We have about 35 seconds to go, so Fitzy may well get another lap in. I think he will, unless he parks up. No, he is going for it, so Fitzy will get another lap. I think Bowman will get another lap, as will Brian. Now Will Brown and Shaggy, I think they will both get another lap. So it could be Stealth and Firepower, race to the finish line. No, they're both getting another lap in. So it'll be Campo then. So Campo finishes in 8th. Graham, slightly one better than the first race, coming home in 9th. And then Declan, unlucky for Declan, he's going to finish in 10th. So let's just go back down to Stealth and Firepower, because I think they're the only two really having a fight at the minute. Remember, we did find out a few weeks ago there's no team orders between these guys, so it is every man for himself. So Firepower just getting into the slipstream of Stealth, moves to the inside. Stealth deciding not to defend it, thinks he's too far in front for Firepower to make a move, and he's right. So Stealth managing to stay in 6, with Firepower just behind him, still putting him under pressure. So just have a quick look at the others. Shaggy's definitely got closer to Brown. I don't think he's close enough though. Unless Brown does anything silly. I can't see that happening. Although having said that, I think it happened in the last race, didn't it? So I'll shut up. So this is where the fighting seems to be taking place then. So it's Shaggy, got his eye on that 4th spot of Brown's. Can he get a good run? I'm going to have to go up to Fitzy shortly to see him cross the line. We'll come back to those two guys. So Fitzy round the bus stop chicane for the last time in this race to take his 2nd win of the day. So well done to Fitzy. Flash of the lights. Bowman, oh, he's got a penalty. Oh, and so's Brian. So I think it's going to stay 2nd and 3rd for Brian and Bowman. Now it's the race to the line for Shaggy, but Shaggy's got it. Brown takes 5th, and the 2 NSX, Stealth in 6th, Firepower 7th. What a fantastic 2nd race. And it does look like that's how the guys finished. Yeah, Bowman and Brian 2nd and 3rd. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button, and remember, if you haven't already, if you press that subscribe, it will help me out a massive amount. It won't cost you anything, and you'll get updated when the races are on. So I look forward to catching you all for race 3, which I think may be wet. We've had a look at the weather forecast, and rain is due, so that is going to be a fantastic race if it is raining. Catch you all very shortly.